How's it going, everyone? Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Nicole Menner. The Mississippi State women's basketball team is the SEC's lone undefeated team in conference play. And thanks to their unblemished week, the Dogs have climbed to number 6 in this week's AP poll. State flattened Florida and Ole Miss to extend their win streak to 9 and appear in the AP poll for the 87th straight week. And even though it was a huge victory over the Rebels, there were some points that it was a close contest. And Coach Vic Schaefer isn't dealing with any complacency at any point this season.
You know, you want to give your opponent credit, and we certainly will do that, but at the same time, it just has more to do, in my mind, with us. And it's boring. Third quarter's boring. You're boring me. And it's boring because we've lost our intensity. Defensively, we don't, you know, there's a couple of triggers as a coach. You can tell if your team's engaged. We're not engaged. And it's frustrating because I want, you know, a coach always wants that top level for 40 minutes. That's what you want. You don't want to lose any continuity through substitution. And you just want them to, man, when you're on the floor, give it everything you got.
The drama in the NBA is worse than the drama between girls in high school. And like clockwork, just before the February 7th trade deadline, Anthony Davis dropped the news that he wouldn't be signing a contract extension with the Pelicans and wants to be traded. So not exactly a good month to be a New Orleans sports fan. So here's the latest. Davis has been fined $50,000 by the NBA after his agent broke the news. The collective bargaining agreement prohibits players or their agents from publicly requesting a trade. Teams like the Lakers, Celtics, 76ers, and Raptors have been linked to Davis, as well as a handful of other teams. But sources say the Pelicans won't make a deal before the trade deadline unless they're offered an overwhelming package for their franchise star. But as for now, Pelicans coach Alvin Gentry says Davis is still a part of his team.
Guys, he's on our team. He's under contract. You know, I mean, we approached it like we would any other day. You know, he's not able to play because of his hand, but came in and got treatment, and he got a workout in, and as he normally would in this situation.
Super Bowl 53 is just a handful of days away. The New England Patriots are preparing to play in their third consecutive Super Bowl, while the Rams are playing in their first since 2002, the year that Tom Brady won his first Lombardi trophy. And the respect between the two head coaches is very apparent.
When you watch the film, there's a clear-cut identity in terms of what is the intent of the play call, whether that be running it and attacking front structures or throwing the football to try to manipulate some of their coverage principles or recreate leverage based on the release patterns and some of the man things that you see. So, you know, they've done a great job. They're here for a reason.
They've led the league in scoring over that period of time. They're very good on defense. They're very explosive in the kicking game. Really every play is a problem, and he's done a great job of creating that type of explosive attacking team that's very hard to play against.
Super Bowl 53 gets going Sunday at 5:30. Now, the Patriots don't have too many fans outside of New England, maybe a few Saints fans for this year's Super Bowl, but they do have this one fan in Montana, a grizzly bear named Ozzy. The zoo gave him 2 grape pies to choose from, which is an ongoing tradition, and he went with the New England Patriots. Ozzy has been spot on for 5 of his last 6 picks, with the only loss being Super Bowl 48 when the Seahawks beat the Broncos. But if the video keeps going, you will see that he eventually turns to the Rams pie as well. So I think Ozzy was just a little bit hungry.
Ozzy will eat whatever.
Ozzy was a hungry bear, but he did pick the Patriots first, and he has a history. 5 of 6, he was right. So we'll see if history repeats itself.
Well, I would like to add that most grizzly bears, because they're right-handed, tend to go to the right when they do walk upon 2 objects. If that would have been a polar bear, the polar bear probably would have went to the Rams.
So I will be Googling that when we cut to commercial.
Weird facts. Polar bears, most polar bears are left-handed. They're left-pawed. That's their strength paw.
The more you know, everyone.
Check it out.